Alright.
I hope you can see me okay.
Yeah, you're fine, mate. Don't even worry about
Ugh,
it. You look like you sat in a different room today.
I am, because my fam's still asleep. Lad, I'm coming here, yeah, and look at this. So there's more bottles in the kitchen, but I'll put it this way: this wasn't here when I left. Um, someone's put a hefty dent in it.
Oh yeah, so someone needs their sleep today, basically.
Either of you drinking? Because I could pot now.
No,
I have
not 11 in the
one
morning.
pint.
Did they pick up?
Left him a message.
Oh,
So
right.
if you ring me back on this number,
Oh.
I'll get a table.
Oh god!
So, where did
I,
everyone sleep last night?
In a bed.
I slept at home. Louis
I
slept at
slept
home.
at home.
Dad, where were you?
In a bed.
Where?
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 Which bed? Your bed.
It wasn't in the
Is
same
it your girlfriend's
town.
bed? Your newly, I was about to say wedded, but no, girlfriend. He's cuffed
We
now.
ain't got one of
He's
them
cuffed.
I don't,
He's worse
don't
than
know
us.
what one of them
He's
are.
worse than me and Louis now because guess what? Dad couldn't even write any fucking talking points because he was with his bird all week. But me,
Yeah, I do that every time.
I
you know.
scrounged together. I managed to scrounge together some talking points. So it seems like Louis and me have gotten off the leash, and Dec's become a bit.
I don't know if off the leash is the right, just
I'm
like
not
relatively,
even
yeah.
gonna
But
make
like,
myself like this.
I had to
I'm
change the
not even.
setting. Wait a sec.
Anything I say is just gonna get me in doghouse, so I'm not even gonna.
Oh yeah, because I guarantee she'll start watching these now. Your bird will be all over this.
That's alright. See, if we'd have managed like the first 5 minutes without talking about it, she wouldn't have watched. But because this dickhead decided to bring it up straight away.
yeah, but now
What
she's
else
got to
am I
watch the
meant to
whole
do?
thing.
We haven't made a video in a month. Well,
We haven't.
let's be
We've
honest.
been-
Let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other. The pub's reopened. That's what happened.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah,
this is actually the first week that I
Um,
haven't been to the pub since they
but
reopened.
the shit went down for me.
What?
Me and Steve got ourselves in the shitter.
Oh fucking hell.
And
So everyone, it's not the Donna bird that we were talking about on a previous episode because she ended up
Oh, that.
sleeping around a little bit.
Steve, I wouldn't talk about it too much though, seeing as I'm still having to go to college.
Yeah, I know, but push come to shove, she got me suspended.
Yeah. And me, partially.
Yeah. But so I finished all that now. So we're all grand.
Yeah, I've got
Basically, trustees and
sort of 3 days left. I'm so excited to finish.
You
Like,
got 3 days left.
I've got 2 days of lessons, one exam, and then like I come in on Friday for the last day and do all that shit. But it's not really a day, is it?
We've got something like that on the 28th,
It's the 28th, yeah.
which is
I only
Yeah.
found out to that thanks to Andy Bailey, you know. I
yeah,
didn't
same.
realise.
I wouldn't have known about that unless he called me up to give me a suspension.
Yeah.
That's literally how I found out.
When do you guys finish your exams?
I've done.
I've
Finished
not
with
got
college.
any.
I finished with college.
I
I finished.
Oh shit, that was fast.
I finished it on the earliest day. Oh, thank you. I finished on the earliest day you could possibly
Yeah.
finish.
It's literally been like 2
I-
weeks.
I finished last Monday. Was it last
Shit.
Monday? Yeah. Thank you for the tea.
Steve's probably been a good boy recently.
What?
Said you've been a good boy recently, haven't you?
I've been a good boy recently. I've been given toast and everything.
Look at him.
He's so happy. He's so proud.
Nah, this is Hannah buttering him up because she's going to ask him a really stupid question after the podcast.
Nah. We're going out with your parents, aren't we? Or your mum and your uncle. We're gonna go to Suburban Green. Hopefully, if it's got any seats, which should be quite
Right,
nice.
Steve. I've revised my plan, right? You know, I was like, Neville is a good name for a child because you
No.
shorten it to Nev, right? And no one like is called that, and Nev's just a good name.
Yeah.
I've revised the plan. Get like a sort of a husky or something, or a fluffy German Shepherd or something, and call that Nev instead.
Yeah.
That's
I wouldn't
better.
call you Kid Neville. My guy, he's gonna get bullied.
Does she watch these podcasts?
I don't know, but she's allergic to dogs, so.
Oh my god, I didn't think of
Louis, I
that.
love you.
Oh, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
Louis.
At least you got an exit strategy.
Louis,
I don't think you'd want to talk about that, but if you want
we
to,
don't talk anymore.
the exit strategy's going well. It seems.
My guy got a fresh cut and was like, here we are.
Get a dog that just molts like there's no tomorrow.
I've already got one.
A husky would be perfect because they're dumb as fuck, and they molt like there's no tomorrow. German shepherds do as well. Molly's molting like mad. She jumps on
Yeah.
the bed every now and then. It just gets covered with her fur.
Jack Russell's molt
Same,
like crazy, but because they're small, it's not as bad as like with one of them. But there's genuinely, when we used to have three,
Have three.
there was because we got Rocky and Bo, Rocky's Bo's sister, at the same time when we had our older one. And yeah, they molted so much, and it's like you're half a foot long. How does this work?
Well, they are quite long haired, aren't they?
Yeah, but like I don't know, it's like wiry, innit? They're just
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, they're fucking weird dogs,
Jack
but I
Russell's
like
a weird dog. You've got some retarded dog. I can't remember what it's called. I fucking always forget its name. Is it Bo?
yeah. She's just a bit special.
She's allergic to grass and then starts wiggling herself in grass.
Yeah, but
She's allergic to
legs are-
grass.
Yeah.
You've got a dog that's allergic to grass.
Yeah, and her legs are like 3 inches long, so she literally can't walk outside without like scraping her body all along the grass. So
That is poor.
she's literally on medication because she's allergic to grass. It's the most fucking stupid dog.
Yeah. It's fucking... Your dog is a special dog.
Yeah, you smashed that one. You know how to pick them, don't you?
Yeah.
She's not good at picking out dogs, are you, Louis?
Neither are you if you're talking metaphorically, Dak.
What are you trying to say?
Nah, but Chloe's dead
I hope
nice.
she
I
is
like
still
Chloe.
watching now. I hope she is still watching now.
I'm talking about previous ones, but this one I actually
Right.
made. I can get on with it. I can talk with it. I've told you this, Dak. This is the
I
only
know
one
you
that I
have.
actually accept. The other ones were
I've only met her like twice, so
She's dead nice. We need to go all out.
I've never
We
met
need to go out. We
Donna,
need to
so
go out for a
alright.
drink as the Tap Podcast. Do a bit of advertising, e.g., get really smashed.
we should
It would be
we should
deadly.
open a pub called Tapped, and in the back room we should do the podcast. Or like called The Tap.
That'd be kind of fun. Own a pub and then have like,
Yeah.
and then have it like as a community pub where like
Yeah.
that'd be fun. But with 44 subscribers, I don't think we'd really fill it up right now. But in the future, you never know.
Yeah, but if the pub's popular, then it'll lead people to the podcast, won't it?
Alright, listen to this from last night, Steve. Guess who got us kicked out of spoons?
Your bird.
No, Nelly. You've met Nelly, haven't you?
Who's that again?
The one with glasses. The one that doesn't like Tamara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you get kicked
her.
out?
So she uses her sister's ID. She says she's older. Yeah, but obviously my ID. He took them all to go get scanned. Comes back, gives us all of ours, and goes, "Doesn't look like your love." And we get kicked out because of her. I was sat there like,
Well, at least you know your scans.
I was like, okay.
That's why you turn
I was
18
like,
in
Nelly
like,
will go. I was like, where are you going? I was like, he's not taking them again.
When are you 18, Deck?
2 months.
Ooh,
oh shit,
very nice.
young boy. At least you're not drinking this time.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
No, whenever he drinks, he only drinks a non-alcoholic.
Yeah, I
But
don't drink.
oh, those pictures are virgins.
Oh, the mocktails, yeah. Oh. Hit different than mocktails.
So, a man in Africa won $158 million in the lottery, and he collected the prize wearing a scream mask so that his friends and family wouldn't ask him for money.
That's quite old, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that. Because I was like, yeah, if I won the lottery.
I know Steve wouldn't, because he'd just enjoy telling people to get fucked.
Yeah, I'd just be there like, oh, what, you want a bit of money? Oh, I didn't know you were my cousin. Get fucked. Yeah, I'd tell a lot of people to get fucked. But with mates and family, I'd probably help them out a little bit. Because if you win something like 150 million,
Some of them.
Yeah.
some of
You're
them.
not going to get a chance to spend all of it.
No, you just reinvest it all, wouldn't you? Real estate.
Did you know that Shaq, fucking Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah.
when he got his first check, I think it was from the Lakers, he managed to spend $1 million in an hour.
Yeah, he bought
He's-
like 5 cars, didn't
Yeah, he bought a car.
He bought a
for
car for
himself,
himself and his
drove
dad.
home,
No,
and his dad wanted one, and then his mum wanted one.
No. He bought the same car for himself and his dad.
Yeah.
He drove home and told his dad, right? And then his mum was like, well, where's my car? So he bought that
Yeah.
as well. And then it was like his sister or brother who said, well, where's mine? And so he bought them one as well.
Shaq's just mental. I love him.
He has the biggest ever spend at Walmart because when he moved to, was it Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought all his stuff from Walmart,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he racked up a 70 grand bill. His credit card got declined. He rang up his bank and they went, oh, we thought it wasn't you. He went, well, it is. And so then he ran his card again and he fucking bought like 70 grand's worth of furniture, food and all that for just one apartment. I mean...
Why would you, if you're spending 70 grand, why would you go to Walmart?
Because it was like late at night and he just moved in. And he was like, I kind of need some furniture. So he just trots down to Walmart and gets some fucking furniture.
It's just like, I find it funny, like that. He just has, people have so much money that can basically do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
Yeah.
it's just insane going to Walmart at like in the night for furniture.
No, but the thing about Shaquille O'Neal, he was brought up pretty skint, like most American superstars in that sort of sport. And I think that's all he really knew at the time. So he was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'd go to Walmart and fucking rack up a big bill. And then...
Yeah. He's doing
furnish my
pretty
house
well
with it.
now. Like, most of them go broke after they retire, but he's still... Like,
That's the same with a lot of footballers, but you're starting to see a lot more of ex-footballers. Robbie Savage especially, he's doing really well.
I think it's
Doing all
because,
the
like,
talking for like the commentating and stuff.
yeah, the previous generation all went broke after they finished.
Because they weren't paying as much as today.
Because most of them
Well,
gambled
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
the last lot that got paid loads, like retired, and then just spent all their money and had no
Yeah, because
income.
they don't know how to spend it. They don't know how to
Yeah, exactly.
make it so they
So
have a life off of it.
the current lot that are retiring have seen that and gone, well, I don't want to earn 100 million quid and then lose it.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, what's a bit mental our days is Mason Greenwood's getting paid, 70 grand a week, so he's getting like 3.2 million a year.
Yeah, I saw Harriet driving the car that he bought for her the other day.
She hasn't even got a fucking licence.
I didn't know
Drives
that.
it anyway. No, she hasn't got a licence yet, apparently.
Who's this?
I mean, it doesn't
Mason
surprise
Greenwood's
me.
bird, Harriet Robson.
I mean, it's an automatic, I think, so it's not like...
It's not like she's gonna. Well, think about it. It's not being sexist, but what is it? 72% of crashes are women, and she is a woman.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day,
I
right?
had about to dash something at your head.
She agrees.
Steve, your camera's gone dark.
I know, it's because
Do you want to close your blinds or something?
Yeah, I was about to say.
that'll make it worse. What I can do is I can turn on my light, but I've not got that one plugged in. That should make it a little bit more even.
Steve, honestly, the difference. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, like, men that are bad drivers tend to be, like, just twats. They know, or they know what's going on. They just don't give a shit. Right? It's like don't care about anyone else's safety or whatever. They just drive how they want to, and they think they're the most important man in the world. And the women who are shit drivers tend to be like police around us, like Wilmslow mums that don't know what the fuck's going on, and just like
Oblivious to life in general.
yeah,
In their BMW.
just in their massive car that like,
Weighs as much
and they,
as
they
like
just
I
a
was about to
small
say, yeah,
tank.
Winslow way
yeah
and all them. You lot all have like Range
yeah
Rovers and that.
yeah they just haven't got a clue what is going on. Like
My mum always fucking takes the piss out of women drivers, but she is one. But to be fair though, she's a good driver.
But she also drives a
she
G
is
Wagon.
yeah, she is a good
There's
driver.
levels to this, Steve.
Like it's an interesting experience being in the car with them.
It is, to be fair, it is. Yeah,
Oh,
but I mean, driving accidents. There's so many of them a year. What is it? It's like I swear it's like 50 to 100,000 car accidents in the UK alone a year.
I think so. I think
wouldn't
that might be.
surprise me.
I think there's like 50,000 road deaths on there. I think there's
Oh, is
probably
it
more.
road deaths? It
No,
probably is road death, to be
I'll look
fair.
it up.
Yeah, but fucking driving on the roads these
I might
days.
not look it up because my laptop's having a wobble. But
I can look it up quick.
wait, I'm doing it. It's fine.
Yeah, but
Oh, it's 108,000 crashes.
yeah, I thought it was in like
That's
that sort of range.
that's like crashes rather than like accidents.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a difference. Because I basically only use this laptop for D&D and the podcast, like because I'm always at home, so I use my desktop. My search history is so weird.
Yeah, you've got like the D&D websites and stuff, don't you?
Yeah. So we've got how
We
many
need
road
to do another D&D
accidents in
thing.
the
That'd be so
UK?
fun.
Nico Omilana, Madison Beer.
He didn't quite make Mayor of London.
How many elements are there? Matthew statistics around the world. Great.
Oh, yeah, but
I don't
have
like
you
it,
heard
that
about
bit.
all the Islamic and Palestinian little war that's going on? Well, call it little. Fucking hell, it's a bit bigger than that, but
It is
having a bit of a
escalating.
rumble.
Isn't it?
It's escalating quite a lot. It all started because obviously the Palestinians had the land first, and then after like I think is it Second World War or was it like a different war where America was like, right, here you go, have this land to represent your religion, the Jewish
Well,
religion.
all that land got cut up at the end of the First World War, and then again at the end of the Second World War. It's always been like troubled ever since we started getting involved, basically.
Yeah,
Even before that.
even before that was a bit fucked. No, but I do find it quite ironic because think about it, the Jewish just want all the land.
Yeah.
They want it all.
No comment.
They're taking stuff that they're not meant to have. They're representing the Jewish community well.
I don't know. I don't really like. I don't think I know enough about the cultural significance of that land to really pick a side. Like they both say that it's important to them.
No, basically, what's happened is the Israelis were given a certain amount of land. They were like, "Here's your land. It's got Palestine around it and stuff like that." They were given it, and then ever since they've been given it, they've been like pushing out the border slowly until the Palestinians noticed, and now they've got a little bit impatient. And they're like, "Fuck it, we're just going to take it right now, right here." Started firing a bunch of missiles at it, and shooting down innocent civilians and children, and it's all gone a bit wrong, really, hasn't it?
You actually there was a video of that, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's literally videos of buildings being blown up in Palestine, children screaming because they've been shot or like limbs have been blown off, multiple bombings open fires. Like literally, it's gone a bit. It's a bit like the Middle East at the moment. Oh, sorry.
It's sort of is the Middle
It
East.
sort of is the Middle East. But you know what I mean? It's like all the stuff that Iran,
Did
Iraq,
you have
and
a
all
rough
that have been
night?
getting into. What?
Did you have a rough night last night?
Well, I had to write up these talking points very, very quickly because someone didn't want to do them.
I slept very poorly,
I
but
slept
I
well.
did not particularly. I was very restrained last night. I only had 2 drinks.
I
I
didn't
didn't
drink
get
at all.
much sleep.
I didn't drink at all. But I slept well. I got like 5 hours because of my new little
I think that's more than
investment.
me. That's more than me.
I know. I've been getting like 5 hours like on the stable, so I've been having quite a lot of energy, which is not too bad.
My sleep has been so bad this week. I don't even know why. Like, it's just been awful. But yeah, I mean, that land is it's meant to have like religious significance, isn't it? It's meant to be like holy land, sort of.
Yeah, and then it's also holy land for the Palestinians.
Yeah, I know. I meant for Palestine, but yeah, it's so.
They've had it for over 500 years, then all of a sudden we decide to go, oh, Islam. Sorry, if the Islamic community can have some. There you go.
Yeah, but
What I
like,
don't understand though is like if it's holy land, why are they like blowing it up and that? Because
I
like,
know that's
if you
my
to go
point.
into a church and like start a fight, they don't
Sorry,
kick off.
Israelis. Fuck out.
Yeah, but they should. There's no use saying this because obviously they should, but they won't. They should just like call a ceasefire and just say like no one owns it. It's a sovereign state. Like it can just be a holy land.
Yeah, but
Like,
they both want their title on it.
Yeah, but
I know, but
it is the Israelis. It's their country. Technically, their class of country. Palestine isn't classed as a country.
is it not?
I don't think so.
No.
So technically, they don't have any allies or anything. They just have like a few rockets and a few guns to fight back. It's literally a country versus a community. And if anyone gets
Yeah.
involved, which I personally think they should, I think the Palestinians should have a little bit of help on this one because they're just getting absolutely battered, and they're going to. But we're allies with them, so we can't really do that because it's now. This war started off politics, religion, and I can't remember the word for it, but it's land. Land. So that's like the worst 3 reasons to get into a fucking war.
They're
So they've
pretty
smashed
much
it.
the only 3 reasons for war. Well, money,
I think that's
politics,
got
and
a
religion.
brick, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but it's all a bit
No,
of a
I'll
fucking mess.
tell you what's a worse reason to go to war in the Middle East? Oil.
Yeah. People just want oil.
So, have you guys seen the CIA's new diversity
One second,
program?
fellas.
The CIA's new diversity program.
Yes, the CIA has released a load of adverts going like they're pro diversity, and I love them. They're great because one of them was a young woman who was saying like it's great if there are more people like non-white or like people of color, like different genders and orientations and whatever join in. It's like it's great that the people of the CIA are now holding themselves accountable for diversity. And I was just out there thinking like, why don't you hold yourself accountable for like Iraq or something?
Yeah, because
Or
that's a little bit of a touchy subject for them.
okay, you know?
So
Yeah.
I feel like I've come back at it, yeah.
How about before you start focusing on diversity, you close Guantanamo Bay? How about that? Where almost all of the inmates are Muslim.
I mean, I don't think in America they really understand what diversity is. I mean, we've seen. Luckily, the guy who killed George Floyd has gone to prison, but there are still people who
Yes.
think he shouldn't have because of obviously the condition he was in and all that bollocks. Like the fact that he was 3 times over the limit of the overdose for
Doesn't matter your
fluoxetine. No, not
doesn't matter
fluoxetine. That
what
sounds
state you're
depressing.
in.
Fucking can't remember what he was taking, but
Literally, your you promise to protect people. Doesn't matter what state they're in. Like he was, if anything, someone who's over the
Yeah,
limit on the opiate is less of a threat.
it's protect and serve,
Yeah, he's
no.
like he can't protect himself in that sort of situation. So it all comes back around, and it's all just kind of like, no matter which way that court case went, it was going to go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like putting him in prison, it's that's what should have been. That's what should have happened straight away. But people are obviously going to disagree with that because, it's America. And then if they didn't put him in prison, they would have had riots for the Black Lives Matter fucking rioting through
Yeah.
all the streets of America. So
The problem is, well, one of the many problems with America is that it's 50 countries all wearing a trench coat pretending to be one country, right? Like, they're never gonna get like a united sort of opinion when you've got some people who are like living in the fucking desert and shooting at alligators and shit, and then you got some people living in fucking Alaska, like
Just
the,
living in the desert, shooting
yeah,
alligators.
yep.
Don't
Desert
alligators
alligator.
live mainly in water, Louis?
yeah, more Florida.
Must be
Florida.
a bit of a strange desert.
I meant
Well, you ever
the
been to
South.
Florida? It's like a weird desert that has swamps in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
but it's not not quite a desert
It's
with
not quite a
alligators.
desert, but I see where he's coming from.
I swear Louisiana has a desert and a swamp, doesn't it? It might not have a desert. I don't really give a shit about America. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the more south you go, the more desert-like it is to like Texas and kind of things.
Yeah, but then also the more south you go, the more swampy it gets. So
Also, the more south you go, the more racist it gets.
there you go. Now you're understanding.
There you go. Dex linking all the pieces together. It's the reunion that we all wanted to happen.
Oh, the cogs are turning.
It's I don't know. It's a country that is younger than my house, and they've already had a civil war, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, think about it. We got out of a right rut by fucking giving them their land back.
yeah.
Imagine if we won that war.
Well, I wouldn't say giving them it back because we
No.
didn't give it back to the Native Americans.
Yeah, we gave it back to the people who called
Letting them
themselves
keep it.
Americans. We let them keep it.
I saw a
If we had
picture of
if we had that land now, they would be well and truly fucked.
I saw a picture of an American like primary school history textbook, and it said like when the Pilgrims arrived in America, the natives saw that they didn't have any land, so they kindly decided to give them their land and move somewhere else. Mm.
I think that's quite how it went down.
Lives for free.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
just
just go. It's fine, lads.
Yeah,
we'll
not
go
that,
to the
yeah.
mountains where we can't do anything we know
I'm
how to
pretty
do.
sure that is how it happened, right? Like,
Oh, you want these mountains now? Oh, we'll go to them mountains where you can do even less stuff.
Yeah, but now we Canada's part of the Commonwealth. Canada's mint. We all love Canada. No one
Oh, yeah.
doesn't like Canada. I don't think Canada have any enemies
Americans
at
don't
all.
like Canada.
Yeah, but the Americans don't like anyone that isn't America because they
Yeah.
believe they're the best country when statistically they're one of the worst.
I don't think America's. I think we've already spoken about this. I don't think it's a first world country.
Yeah, I was talking about that with Hannah, to be fair. They're like a third world country because there's only like 5 cities in the whole of the USA where it's actually got a lot of money. And the cities that's
And they
in,
don't have
like
free
LA,
healthcare.
the cities like that, like in LA, for
Right.
example, they've upped the taxes for people who earn a load of money, so now they're fucking off. And it's just kind of going all a
Everyone's
bit
leaving
tits up
California because like every rich person is leaving California because
because of the
you know that
54% tax they have to pay.
New Jersey had a massive problem because the richest man in New Jersey moved to another state, and they were like, "We can't support ourselves. We need his tax money because like we can't support ourselves without it because one guy left."
I think that says a lot about New Jersey, really, doesn't it?
But it's like they've all got different fucking laws,
Yeah,
It's like you're not
the
even
the only
a
reason,
country anymore.
yeah, the only reason why their drinking age is 21 is because when they made that big road, I can't remember what it's fucking called, that goes around the whole US.
All of the interstate roads. It's because Nixon, because they all had different ages, and Nixon was
Yeah,
like, I won't give you any money unless you change the age to 21.
21, because people were driving like down this road to a different state where they could drink at the age of 16, and then up
Yeah,
there it was like 18 or 21, and
and then
so
driving back.
yeah, then driving back, and then the president at the time was just like, no more of that. We're gonna make it so everywhere has the legal drinking age of 21, and it's all good.
The more simple solution would be don't let 16-year-olds drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because they would have been hammered coming home.
Shouldn't be drinking at 16.
What'd you say, Dak?
So you shouldn't be drinking at 16.
Shouldn't be drinking at 17, Dak.
No, you shouldn't. That is very true. Why I sit here with water.
Water.
It is.
So,
I think I'd be able to keep a straight face if
Oh,
it
no,
wasn't.
water. Is there a bottle of water?
I can get you one.
Oh, thank you. Me?
No.
no, him.
Oh, fair enough.
Louis, lad, just because you've taken the leash off yours.
No, she took the leash off him. There's a difference.
Some people are into that.
Each to their own.
I'll have to tell you now, Louis, I'm not. Fucking hell.
Dak,
Hey, Dak, she's already got the leash around you. You can't even speak.
I can't.
Dak, come round here.
You're
and I'll
what,
get the
3
word
days
out.
in, and you're already not being able to fucking write up talking points because it's her fault that she made you fucking stay with her.
Made you.
I
Wait, I
mean-
didn't know if you made him.
I wasn't complaining.
See, the thing is with relationships that are new, mostly, is what most girls do is they lure you in with these carrots, and these carrots are blowjobs and sex, and Dak is eating that shit up until it disappears. And as the months go by, there are less carrots because you always got to run out of carrots at some point, and then all of a sudden, before Dak realises, he's got the collar, she's pulling him back. He's trying to go out and go, ah! He's going, fucking. That's the situation you're in.
I'm begging she ain't watch that.
I hope she does, and I
Steve.
agree with your tactics.
Steve,
Tactics certified by Steve.
sounds kind of hot, not gonna lie.
It does sound kind of hot. It sounds like a good time.
Well, I ain't ever getting put in a collar. That can be you, Louis. You can tell me how that feels.
Louis just got his off so you can see the red mark around his neck.
I was wondering. No, it's the tan line.
Yeah, the tan line.
Is there actually a line up there?
No.
Is there?
No,
Is
there
you
isn't a
both-
fucking line on you, mate. You're daft.
It's
mate.
alright. Steve has his hair pulled back.
No, I was just thinking each other.
Oh, fucking hell. No, but has anyone heard about what's going on in Afghanistan at the moment?
Not a clue.
Because the Middle East had some form of like legion, like the EU almost. Afghanistan has pulled themselves out of that, right? And automatically, what's happened is they've had a bunch of terrorist attacks because
Nice.
when they were in that little group, they like helped each other out when it came to terrorist attacks, military and stuff like that. And so, if I research this right, yesterday, a bomb was set off in a mosque in Kabul in Afghanistan, and it was yesterday during fucking Eid. 12 people at least died. That is fucking Eid. What are they doing?
Who is doing that attack though? Right? Because if it's
Yeah,
Afghanistan-
Afghanistan tried to say that the Taliban was doing it, and then they've gone. The Taliban have said it wasn't us, so we literally don't know who it was. Maybe they didn't want to say it was us because that's kind of bad publicity and that sort of thing.
for the fucking Taliban.
Yeah, I know, bad publicity because it was Eid. It's
But
like us having a
I don't
terrorist
know,
attack on
maybe they
Christmas
kinda
Day.
played
If
that,
any
but
terrorists are watching, one, switch it off, and two, don't get any ideas. Right?
but
But it's like
Wait,
fucking
I
bombing
Steve,
us on Christmas.
like that.
I've
That
just realised. Can you show me your arm, please, Steve?
what was that, sir?
I
So
remembered we hadn't seen it.
Mahi, boss lady. She had a
Yeah,
header
yeah.
pen, and she wrote "At Village Vapes" on my arm, and then also "I love Hannah" or "I heart Han."
You've got a henna pen in your drawer.
I still do have that henna pen,
I saw it the other
but
week.
I don't want to use it.
Steve,
Okay.
lad.
How'd you get it off? I don't care. I I don't give two shits. My mum saw it and she just laughed.
Not as good as mine.
Which one was yours?
You remember
Book club.
book club? Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
But to me, those terrorist attacks don't seem like they were done by Muslims, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely a white person job.
well, it's like they. I just find it unlikely that they'd blow up a mosque, especially at Eid.
Yeah.
I
Maybe it
mean,
was a
in
statement.
Afghanistan, in Afghanistan, who else is like gonna do it, right?
Yeah. It's a bit of a tough one, but then a week before that, which would have been during the fasting period, Ramadan link ding dong, right? A week before that.
The thing is, like, I let him say all these things because I know that if I say anything like that, it could have a problem. It could cause
Yeah.
problems.
I ain't saying it
But
offensively.
yeah,
I just say that anyway.
and that's not offensive.
He does say it to boss lady, to be fair.
I
Oh,
say it
okay,
to
well,
boss lady. Boss lady says it's all right.
yeah, but she's
Boss,
racist too.
no, she isn't. She's not a racist.
Well,
He
she's
just doesn't like certain people.
She doesn't like many people, yeah, but she said it was all right basically. But anyway, a week before that, bombing on Eid, there was a bombing in a fucking school in Kabul again in Afghanistan, where at least 150 people were injured. We don't know how many dead yet. They haven't really calculated that. They're still picking up all the rubble. But it's just kind of like, was that allegiance between the Middle East the only thing that was holding Afghanistan together? And if so, why are they fucking pulled out all of a sudden?
It was barely holding it together anyway. Like,
Yeah, I know, but shit like this wasn't happening. Like, yeah, they had like a bombing like on a street or something with a car bomb because the Americans were there or we were there. But now they've pulled out of that. They're fucking all the terrorists from all them countries are going over to Afghanistan because they know they got no help, and just setting off bombs. I mean,
I feel
it sounds like it's
so
gonna be once a week now.
feel so shit for all those countries that like, especially the ones that we had a pie in fucking up. Like,
What you mean? How like the American was it the American military or CIA who did all that heroin fucking trade?
oh yeah, the CIA.
That was in
Oh yeah, that's
Afghanistan.
another thing about the CIA's diversity program.
It was the CIA, wasn't it?
That's another thing about the CIA's diversity program. If they care so much about black people, then why did they give them crack cocaine in the 80s?
Yeah, like literally, they seized a bunch and then they sold it.
Well, no,
Yeah, what else
they
are you
invented
gonna
it.
Burn it. Actually, they did. When everyone found out about it, they did burn it, and all the troops got absolutely off their tits on like
They,
opioids and crack.
but I mean, it's not officially confirmed, but it's widely believed that the CIA basically invented crack to
Really?
give to black people. Yeah, because people before that were smoking like freebase cocaine. But because crack's easier to make, they were like, well,
Make.
they did it to sort of destabilize. Yeah.
Did CIA make crack cocaine? Was CIA involved in the crack epidemic? Did the CIA have a role in launching the crack cocaine epidemic? A powerful source. Maybe yes, and the no. Basically, what's happened is whenever they seized something back then, they fucking sold it off, which made no sense. But obviously they would need a bit of money, so it's been confirmed that the agency complied in cocaine smuggling during the Reagan administration covert war in Nicaragua.
So
So
be careful how you say that there, Steve.
Nicaragua, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but I think that's it. And basically, it looks like they were smuggling drugs, carpet bombs. Has some African American leaders ready to carpet bomb the? Oh no, Langley. I think it's Hannah, what the fuck does that say?
How do you spell it?
Unconstable. Unconscionable. I don't know, man.
UNCONSCIONABL.
UNCONSC
IONABL.
unconscionable.
I don't know.
Type it in the thing. I can't. I'm
Type it in group chat.
Okay.
This right here, kids, is legendary content. Right. Oh fuck. Uncon.
Anytime today, Steve.
IONABL.
This isn't me and Louis. This is
I'm dyslexic as fuck, so I got a reason.
Unconscionable.
Unconscionable. The
I don't know what it means.
intelligence community of the CIA would think so little of people of colour that they would be willing to destroy generations in effort to try to win the war in Nicaragua. Democratic rep. So basically, they did it so they can win a war and also sell it to the black community.
Yeah, and
So they-
destabilize.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it was their fault.
But the CIA, I don't get, like, they feel like they have ultimate power and they have the right to do whatever they want. It's the same in, like, Cuba. They trained people in South America to, like, it's for the Bay of Pigs. They trained people in South America to go in and overthrow Cuba, just because they didn't like Castro, just because he was a communist.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't the CIA specifically, but they went to war in Vietnam because that was turning communist.
Is that why they went to war? I never really
Same
knew
in,
the
same in
reason.
Korea,
Damn.
but they won in, well, they sort of won in Korea. They half won.
They won at
Still-
half time, they just didn't win full time. They're 1-0 up then. North Korea came and did 2-1.
It's like, imagine spending trillions of dollars on your military and getting beaten by a bunch of rice farmers. It's just funny. Like,
Bunch of rice farmers.
By the way, Deck, you froze.
Oh.
huh?
Deck's froze a little bit.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
but
that's true.
imagine getting beaten by a bunch of rice farmers. That makes no sense. How the fuck did that happen? Did they throw rice at them? Did they make like rice shooters? Like,
Well, because the Viet Cong were like, they were literally rice farmers.
They knew
but-
like the jungles, so they literally made like paths through like everything, and every time one path was found, they already had like a whole new system.
Yeah, but they were
smart about it.
communists, so they had backing from Russia and China. So they got a load of weapons and stuff from Russia, but they never actually fought in the thing. But the Viet Cong, they just knew Vietnam, so they like set
They're
up.
just using guerrilla warfare.
The
So I'm
English,
not sure,
the English used to have, in this country we used to have a communist society. We don't anymore, do we? We don't have a problem with them as much as we used to.
I mean, our government doesn't like communism.
Yeah, they
but-
made it illegal to be a communist, isn't it?
Yeah, but in America, they're really, really scared of communism. And it's like, I kind of get being scared of the USSR, right? Because they were powerful and they were sort of spreading communism to other countries, and it's fine. But like, literally, you've got a country full of rice farmers, and they're communist rice farmers. Like, they turn into communist rice farmers. What's the problem? They share the rice now. Like, they're still not a threat. It's the same in Cuba. Like, well, they were a threat when the Russians started putting nukes in Cuba, but
The problem is though, because if they all kind of like start being buddies. And when if something ever was to kick off, and they're all sharing, and then we're not, it kind of splits everyone straight away, and it turns into a massive thing instead of a small thing.
But
Yeah,
have you
because we're not
seen
going to exactly just go and ship over a load of guns to somewhere. We'll send our own people.
some of the ways that the CIA tried to assassinate Castro?
Did they?
Yeah, Fidel Castro.
No.
Some of them are very, very funny.
Go on.
So one time before he was giving like a televised speech, they sprayed his office with like aerosolized LSD so that the people would think that he'd gone mad, right? And they'd think like, oh, he's not fit to rule. But basically, he just started tripping and was just like, just carried on, just.
If you
uh,
used to it, I didn't know it was Saturday.
Yeah, just a normal Saturday.
They put an exploding cigar in one of his boxes of cigars.
They put an
Um,
explosive cigar in his box of cigars,
yep.
so when he lit it, it just blew up. I guess he just didn't light it.
Mm, um,
He just sat there and smoked it. It just didn't
they
work.
he liked scuba diving, right? So they found like a seashell, painted it loads of different colors, and then put a load of explosives in it, hoping that he'd find it and like blow up.
Oh, fucking hell.
Um,
They were
The
creative at
kids
least.
club,
They get creative
I did.
points.
so they hired a woman to like seduce him, and then poison him. And he made a like he seduced her so much that she just decided not to do it. Um,
My guy's got game.
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta have game when someone's being paid to kill you, and then all of a sudden it ends up going the other way around.
Now he's married with 2 kids with her.
Fucking hell.
uh,
Why didn't they just fucking shoot him?
because they didn't want it to seem like they were involved.
So instead, they just messed it up like 20 times, and everyone knows
They
anyway.
Daft
they tried
fuckers.
638 times and failed every time.
638. I didn't know there was that many ways to try without just shooting.
What? They tried that many times?
Yep.
I think after the first 10, you'd be like,
Let's just shoot him.
Yeah, he died of old age.
I'd laugh if he just rocked up out of nowhere one day, just like,
Haha, fuck
yeah,
you.
that couldn't get me either.
This guy must have been either fucking invincible or just too smart to be killed.
James Bond, innit?
James Bond, that
They
shit.
put toxic fungus in his diving suit.
Let me guess, he just didn't put on the fucking diving suit. Fucking hell. The
How many
Americans
ways
have
in
some
a day? How many
explaining.
times in a day do you rate you was tried to be killed? What do you rate? Imagine like 5 times today was somebody tried to kill me. The same lot of people. It's the CIA, yeah.
Yeah, they
just like-
say trying to kill me, but I'm just finding it fun, so I'm not saying anything about it really. It's
Yeah,
amusing.
I quite like this game.
I like
It would
dancing
just
with
be
death.
fun, wouldn't it? Like after a while, after like 200 attempts, you'd just be like,
Oh,
right,
not
let's
again.
see. Imagine
Like,
he's
come
just,
on.
like, just taking a piss out of them at that point.
Yeah, just like literally just flaunting it in their face, like, ha! Almost put on a toxic toxic
It's like, oh.
swimsuit.
Look at that seashell. Let me just light this cigarette. Actually, you know what?
You know what? This cigar's tasted a bit funny. Bad things to hear in the White House. This cigar tastes funny.
It's a stick of dynamite.
Fucking hell. The Americans are very stupid and creative in what they do. And it's just amusing to watch him work, really. Because they just have some insane ideas that just don't work for shit. And it just doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Talking about politics, have you heard about what fucking Boris said about going into another lockdown?
No.
He said he would rather a pile of dead bodies than go back into lockdown.
Oh, nice.
The UK Prime Minister at his finest.
And on that note, it's good to be back.
I agree, but he's not meant to say that.
Yeah, he's not meant to actually say that. He's meant to be like, I want everyone to survive, but we're not going into another lockdown. Where instead, he just said what everyone was thinking.
Like, I really want to avoid going into another lockdown at all costs. But he is not meant to say that at all.
No, he's meant to get suggested that.
Yeah, he's meant to say like we'll try and avoid it, like no matter what. But
He didn't say it in public, did he? I think what happened was is someone leaked that he said that, and there was like actual like audio files where he literally said it.
Smooth.
he's just
Boris
He
is just
reminds
a big
me-
meme.
Ojo out like that.
yeah, he's like a sort of toned down version of Donald Trump, right? So everyone knows how like ridiculous it is to have him as a leader. So nothing can really sort of bring him down, right?
Yeah, because he's so stupid and so kind of like out there doing whatever the fuck he wants. Everyone just laughs at him instead of going, "That's kind of wrong."
Yeah, he's got like 12 kids with 5 different women that aren't his wife. I mean,
Might be my dad. What's that? What's he look like again?
and like he says that people wearing hijabs look like fucking post boxes.
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. I mean, it was awful that he said that, and he should never have said that. That is wrong on so many levels. But the fact that the Prime Minister's gone, they look like fucking postbox.
Like the thing is, he's so ridiculous that nothing can make him seem like worse. It's the same as Trump. Like
Yeah.
he owns being that bad.
And the only problem is Boris will probably get re-elected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we've not got much better.
I mean, the new guy that's the Labour Party leader, he's actually quite a decent guy. He's actually qualified,
Yeah.
like, to lead the
Really?
country.
The really sad thing is that he's the best prime minister we've had in ages.
Well, who did we have? We had Theresa May,
And then David Cameron.
the occasional
Gordon
pig
Brown.
fucker.
Boys.
The pig fucker thing became a thing because apparently when he was like getting into some group or something at uni, he had to fuck a
Yeah.
pig.
What's
Yeah.
a pig's head?
A pig's head.
Yeah. It wasn't alive, it was just the head.
Don't know if that's
Allegedly.
Alleged. I'm sorry, but he looks like a pig fucker. I won't hear anything different. The guy looks like he shags pigs on a daily, right? Apparently he's out partying and shit. People have seen him out like
Yeah.
fully like getting on the absolute smash. What the fuck does he do with himself
Well-
now? Does he do anything?
no.
He's taking payments
Chilling.
for saying shit. Like people are paying him literally just to say stuff.
Who did we have before David Cameron?
Boys,
Gordon
I'm
Brown.
gonna have to apologise, but I need to get off for the cross.
That's alright, we'll finish this off on our own.
Is that okay?
Alright.
I'll be
Adios.
back next week, but I promise I'll do
Okay.
talking points.
Yeah, could you actually do it this time? It'd make a lot of
Yeah.
help. Right.
Bye-bye, fellas.
Off to shag his bird, but you know. Bye.
Take it.
Yeah, but I mean,
So before that we had
go on.
Gordon Brown, and before that we had Tony Blair.
Oh,
So-
fucking Tony Blair. He made
So
a
we
fool out of
haven't
himself.
had a good prime minister for fucking ages.
Who was the last good prime minister we had? Was it in our lifetime?
No.
Have we ever had a good prime minister?
Churchill.
That was like second, first and second. First,
Uh, he was in
first.
Parliament in the First World War, but he wasn't Prime Minister.
Ah, got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone thought he was mental, though. Actually, no, he wasn't in Parliament then. He was in the army then. He went into Parliament after that. But until the Second World War started, everyone thought he was mental because he was like, "There's going to be a war with Germany," and people were like, "You're chatting shit, mate." And then it happened, and they were like, "You know what? You should probably be Prime Minister."
Fuck it, have the role. Why not? He's fucking. And then what I don't like is how all the Black Lives Matter movement fucking vandalised his statue. I mean, don't get me wrong, he did enslave people and all that bollocks, right? He did do shit that was really bad that he should have done. But he's like a massive history point in our country and he did a
I
lot for our
guarantee,
country. It was okay to do that back then. It was more acceptable.
I guarantee that life would be worse for everyone who was enslaved if they were under Nazi rule.
Yes, which we would have been probably if Churchill wasn't with us. And personally, I would not like being a Nazi.
No.
It, we would be in way more wars. We'd be in way more trouble than
Well,
we could ever
we might
imagine.
not, because they might have just taken over Europe. So,
No, no, no. What I'm saying is if that happened, if they took over Europe, one country's bound to go, "Oi, that's wrong. Give them their land back," and then another country will pile on, going, "Yeah, that's a bit fucked up. But you've nabbed all their land. Give it them
yeah.
back," and then it'll
And
all
then it
pile up from
actually
there.
would be a world war because it would be Europe against everyone. So,
Exactly, because no one would have been. Because think about it, the
except for
Nazi
Japan.
regime, they wanted the whole fucking world.
No, they only wanted Europe.
Yeah, but let's be honest, he probably wanted more.
Well, yeah. So it would have been Japan and Europe against everyone, which wouldn't have gone well for
Yeah, that
anyone.
would not have gone well at all. Well, Japan wouldn't have had anyone left anyway, because America still would have dropped them bombs on him.
Yeah.
So it would
Well,
have been Europe against the world.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they would have dropped the bombs because the only reason that they did is because no one else had them at the time, right? Like
Exactly, and they wanted to fucking finish
Germany,
the war.
yeah, but Germany and like Germany was working on them, but then the war ended, so they sort of couldn't work on them anymore. So if they like carried on working on them and they'd had them, then maybe America wouldn't have done it.
Maybe, but I think they would have eventually done something like that. Otherwise, they would have made nukes, and then we'd be able to use nuclear warfare and that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Well, isn't it a war crime to use nuclear warfare?
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because at that point you're fucked and the people you're bombing are fucked.
Yeah, literally, as soon as one person launches a nuclear missile attack,
That's it.
everyone else is going to start launching them, and it's all going to go fucking tits up
The
very quickly.
only the only people who are safe are the people who live in like the remote parts of Africa, basically.
Yeah, not even if you had like a bunker or anything, you wouldn't be able to go outside because of all the fucking
Yeah,
radiation.
like, they'll all die eventually from the radiation, but they wouldn't be killed by the blasts.
Unless they were on ground at the time, near enough.
Imagine that Fallout Nigeria.
That would have been a great game.
It's probably
Why
not
are you
that different.
leaving? Why are you leaving a bunker?
I mean, it's already just the bits that are like desert and stuff, isn't it? So
If
it
shit
probably
like that would
wouldn't
have
be that
happened,
different.
Africa would have become a first world country.
Well, Africa would have been the only continent left. So,
Yeah, we'd be fighting with sticks and stones, as was it Albert Einstein said that after the Third World War we'd be only have sticks and stones.
um, yeah, it's I don't know. Did you know that during the Cold War, America had enough nukes to kill every person on the planet?
Really?
Hmm.
It was a bit of a mad one that. That's a lot of
Yeah,
nukes.
it's like I don't really think about it like this, but for our parents, like nuclear war was a a very real and like current threat for a
Oh
long
yeah,
time.
for a long time. But now we've got like
It
war
wasn't
crime
even
against it and stuff like that.
it wasn't even anything to do with us. It was just because of America and
Russia.
Russia. Like, but we would have been involved because we're allies with America. So
Aren't all the nuclear missiles and warheads and that meant to be shut down? Like,
no,
I swear, like they were decommissioned or something.
everyone. Well, not everyone. Most countries that have them are still allowed to have them.
Do we
They're
have
just
them?
not. Yeah, yeah. We have Trident, which is the nuclear like submarine program.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking there's no silos here with um,
Yeah.
missiles in
You
it.
know, do you
And
know
if they
Count
are, then they're
Binface?
very hidden. Hmm.
You know Count Binface used to be Lord Buckethead. He uh, is the head of the Monster Raving Loony Party.
Oh, you mean that fucking joke party one, where they
Yeah,
all wear costumes and shit?
yeah. He was at a like press conference with a load of other serious politicians. It's very very funny. Um, and one of the questions was about Trident and like whether they would take the £1 million like out of the defense budget to the £1 billion, sorry,
Yeah.
and spend it on Trident. And he was like, "Well, yeah, what I'd do is I would take the £1 billion for Trident, and I'd spend it on myself. No one would know because it's secret submarines. It's like,
So I'd say that I spent it on
I'd say that
submarines,
we've got them, but
but in reality we don't. So if anyone actually started a nuclear war, we'd be fucked.
it's
There are
great.
some daft parties. You can literally, can't you just sign up to make a political party now?
Yeah,
You
I
can
think you
literally
have to
just
pay a little bit, but not as much as America.
yeah. You only have to pay like 100 or 200 quid.
In America, it's like thousands, if not millions, to run. Um, yeah,
Because you need a whole
but
organization in America, but over here you just need a few
yeah,
people who know what they're doing.
yeah. So he's currently called Count Binface because he was called Lord Buckethead, but he had to change his name for copyright reasons.
What the fuck is called Lord Bin or Lord Buckethead?
I don't know. I'll look it up. I know it was for copyright reasons. I'm not sure why.
There's like some really shitty company in the UK called fucking Lord Buckethead. Oh, I'll tell you what, the UK political parties are all a bit broken, to be fair. It's all going a bit fucking sideways.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
Um, he was a candidate for the London election.
Was he?
No way. On voting day, the polls were saying that he was. Oh wait, no, I've read that wrong. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's all gone a bit tits up for that then. Oh, there's like a weird
on his
white dot here.
official website, he claims that he is an intergalactic space warrior who stood against Theresa May.
Fuck, of course he does. Oh, fucking hell. What an absolute joke. But I think that is it for today.
So he
Oh, hello.
ended up in a copyright dispute
Yeah.
over the character because of a US based filmmaker. Lord Buckethead was in. Okay. He was in a sci fi film, apparently, or Count Binface was. And apparently, the person who owns the rights to the film was like, "Oh, you can't be using that anymore." So he was like, "Okay, well, I'll change the bucket for a bin."
Well, I think just the UK party system just doesn't really work as well as it used to in that
I'd
sort of
rather have him
perspective.
than Kanye.
Oh yeah, 100%, no doubt. Like Kanye West is psychotic. He literally has to take a medication or go on a fucking rant like we all saw he did.
Yeah, I mean,
Like when he
yeah,
remember when he said
Kanye.
when he said this is me and I'm off the meds. I think everyone
Yeah,
collectively was like, Take him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like on the one hand we have an intergalactic space warrior, on the other hand we have a person who thinks he's Jesus. So like,
Yeah. I mean, it's all a bit fucked. But I think we're gonna have to wrap it up for today
yeah, okay.
because we've been rambling for a fucking while now. Uh,
We've just been chatting shit. We haven't even gone through the talking points.
we did go through the
Oh yeah,
talking points, but like we did that and then we tangent off. But that's what this podcast is all about. Louis, what do you reckon they should do in the comments?
well, this is a morning, so obviously we're not drinking.
Of course.
So I think you should tell us what you had for breakfast this morning, if you
Ooh.
had breakfast. If not, what your favourite breakfast food is. If not, if you did, then just say both.
Yeah, fuck it. But that has been it for today. This is the Tap Podcast, and we'll try and make sure we upload every week from now because the pubs are open now.
We
We're used
were
to it.
we were on administrative leave.
Yes, exactly. We were on.
We were doing market
we-
research.
Yeah, I was about to say we were doing research projects. But if you want to see more of me and occasionally Louis, you can go follow me on Twitch at speedy __ Steve.
On the podcast. It's like I'd feel called out.
No. Oh, you can go meet Louis at his address, which no, but you can come check me out on Twitch. I stream every now and then. It's a bit of fun. Why not? But
I'm
besides
occasionally
that,
on there.
you're occasionally on there when you decide to join in. But besides that, everyone have a great day and
Yeah.
see you next week. Bye bye.
Yeah, have a good week. Bye.